Hello and thanks for joining me in this episode of Am I Bandit? Today I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing to make my adventure as easy as possible, as lightweight as possible, as well as that instead of carrying a GPS, a camera, GoPros, all sorts of extra stuff, because before you know it, gear, just there's too much gear and I don't want to exceed that gear. What's in here? I did a separate episode explaining what I'm carrying in my gear bag. So right now we're at a point where we've got an old iPoop. I don't use this much, and that is going to be our dedicated GPS. So let's cover the iPoop logo with the GPS, so I know that phone is a GPS phone. I've got another phone here which I'm using as my camera. So let's put cam on there so I don't get confused because there's multiple cameras. Now this all depends on what you use and what you've got to hand. I had multiple phones, old phones, and it's easy to do what I'm doing right now. If you haven't checked out my previous episode, have a look in the cards where I've made a playlist for my 250cc motorcycle scooter adventure and how you can use an old phone without Wi-Fi, without data, without signal to guide you like a sat nav would do, using GPS basically. That way I don't need the extra SIM card in this phone. That's why I'm using that, as well as what camera I'm using, why I'm using that camera, etc. Then I've got my own phone for calling. This episode I'm just going through the overview to let you know what the situation is. We've got the GPS phone that will be attached to the scooter, GPS going wherever I need to go. That can stay on the bike. I have no logins on here. I have no accounts logged in, so if that was to go missing, stolen, etc., like an extra protection. Whereas if you have one phone for everything, if that's GPS, most of the time it's unlocked. So if someone else to just snatch it when you're doing like a quick transition, I don't know, fueling up or something, I normally leave it on the bike. I know I shouldn't, but can't be asked to taking it off and stuff. So if someone's take that, they've got it open, they can access banking, all sorts. Whereas this is just, it's not even signed into Google actually. Just the maps will be on this, so they basically got a dud phone. And then if that was to go missing, I can just quickly replace it with my secondary phone, which also has Google Maps, or a camera phone. So I've got three phones, which are, as you know, these days, you got GPS on there, you've got camera, you've got internet, you've got YouTube, and you've got podcast listen. You can listen on, you got music, everything's in one. So I've got that times three, so 3 times redundancies. Now, because obviously I want to document journey, and then I've got my other camera in here, which is the actual vlogging, like recording the journey camera. So how are we doing so far in terms of costings? I haven't spent anything other than some money to buy the adapter. Let me show you what I'm talking about there. I've had to buy an adapter to convert a type C to an audio jack, because obviously I'm using a mobile phone as my camera, which means then I will input a type C into here, which converts it into a headphone jack, and then I can plug that into here, plug in my receiver into here, that goes on the back of here. There you go, that's your camera and wireless audio as well. So that's a wireless audio device, if you know what that is. It basically does that. And then I've got the other audio device here, which I can put on myself, and then I've got wireless video vlogging extra with good audio, which is going to be very important. So that was the only bit of money I spent. I bought 2 types. I don't know if you can count that though. I had those already, but you could probably buy those for £5. I spent a little bit of money on that, which is the command strips, just to allow me to stick that on the back of the phone like that. That's nice and easy. Let me quickly show you how that combines, just so you know what the overall look of this will be. So we've got tripod. Quickly open that up. We won't need that. That's GPS. We won't need that. That's my phone. Got this here. It's got a sturdy base, a little bit of length. Got this here. Let me show you front on this. So I'm basically putting the mini tripod together and the phone. Now the idea here is make it as easy as possible. Camera goes on here, just like that, with the device for recording the audio. Because now I'll show you how this would actually work. In essence, you'll see this off on route as well as I do it, and then I can just clip this over here. That's all self-contained. And then I've got my mic here. If I go mic, I mic'd up to a camera which can be maneuvered everywhere. I can put that there and then ride up to it and, you know, get all the footage I need. And that can easily be collapsed like so. And because under seat on a scooter I've got storage, I could just put that into under the seat. Look how small that is compared to, you know, obviously other cameras are available, but so then that can be easily assessed and quickly vlogged. You can do like a bit of extra vlogging like that. So that's the camera sorted, that's the audio sorted, that's the GPS sorted here. As you can see, that's the setup there. GPS sorted there, and then that phone will just remain with me as my phone, call phone. And we've got the actual camera, which for now is just doing a bit of thing here. That's the helmet cam, action camera, as well as the camera on the scooter. You can see that can capture like something like 4K. Got an extra battery bank in here to charge everything. Some cables and batteries. So everything we need has been stored easily. What else do we need? So that's an overview of the things I'm taking with me, and I wanted to give you a quick preview of this just so you know what's going on. And then in the next episode you'll see me actually start the vlogging, so preparation is key. However, in this episode there's a couple of videos before this one. Check out the one about my GPS, how I'm setting that up to work without internet, without Wi-Fi, without signal, without SIM card, basically free. And also check out this video here about how I packed all this stuff together and what I did to get this set up.